Yep, I know I have to do another one of these because it's already been months since I did the last one, and I'm not ready to restart this a third time after episode 2. This series is exactly what it sounds like. I just have the Pokédex, a tier list, and then just rank the Pokemon in tier list based off of how good they are. Except I don't actually know my Pokemon at all, so this is a bunch of guessing and first impressions. Mostly not even actually how good they are, just like how good they look. I also have 20 tiers. I recently got new laptops, so once again I lost my previous chart and I'm not using the same chart as the episode before that. And since we're now on Pokemon's 1 to 150, this is the last episode of Generation 1 before I finish it. Anyway, I'll start it off. Bellsprout staying at the perfect tier though for being number 69. I'm starting this off with Electrode, which I would have put it in the exact same tier as Voltorb since it's exactly the same except for a mouth and color inversion, because nothing here has changed at all. This isn't creative at all, so it's not getting a good rating. Next up is Execute, which is literally just eggs. Nothing interesting. Also not getting a good rating for me. Then these guys suddenly turn into this guy. Not sure how you get this to this, but okay. Don't have much of an opinion on this guy. Next up is Cubone. This guy's actually pretty cute. Sort of like a Charmander with a skull on his head. Nothing. Whoa! Why are you wearing the remains of your dead mother on your head? That is just messed up. Screw it, this guy's cute. Let's put it in a good tier. Next up is Marowak, the badass version of Cubone, which is also holding another bone, which I'm guessing is probably from his mother as well. Also gets a very good score from me. Next up is Hitmonlee, which is this guy, which is basically just whatever you want to call this with legs. Pretty cool, but not all that special. Pretty good. Next up we have Hitmonchan, which is the punching version of Hitmonlee, and apparently female. These guys evolved from this guy, but it can also evolve into this guy, but I'll get into that in a different episode. Pretty good. Number 108 is Lickitung. Yeah. It's bad. If you're gonna have a Pokemon, don't make its tongue the main attraction. So I regret not reading the Pokédex entries in the last 2 episodes, because I'm getting some really interesting stuff in some of them. Next up is Coughing, which is literally just a purple coronavirus thing. Yep, I said corona on YouTube. I think I heard that corona is a demonetizable word, but I don't really give a damn about the money at all. I mostly just make videos just for fun. You don't scare me! I don't like it. Also, I decided to put Execute in a slightly higher tier because after another inspection, it doesn't look as bad. Next up is Wheezing, which is coughing, but much uglier. You can see the pain on their faces from them having to be what they are. Definitely worse than coughing. Next up is Rhyhorn, and now we're getting somewhere. This guy is badass. It looks totally cool, and it can apparently even shatter a skyscraper. Oh yeah, and there's this. Definitely getting somewhere. Next up is Rhydron, which is apparently the evolution of Rhyhorn, which I don't see any improvement here. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but doesn't look like it should be an upgrade to this guy. Still really good, though. Actually, I think the only evolution difference is that it's bipedal. Now we have a Chansey, which is just a pink blob in some weird egg in this weird vaginal pouch it has. Somehow it has a hell high health, though, but its attack sucks. It says that's an egg. I don't think so. Is that it's over? Pretty lousy. Tangela is up next. Might be cute for some of you guys, but I'm not totally sure. It's mostly just a head and body like Mike Wazowski. And this weird blue tingly stuff. Not that much of a fan. Not all that bad. Now you have Kangaskhan. Sounds like a European country name. Which is this guy. Looks pretty cool. Also has a baby in his pouch for some reason. Doesn't look as cool, but pretty cute. Pretty good. Next up is Horsia, a seahorse. Looks pretty cute. Although I'm not totally sure why it's a dragon category Pokemon. It's a pretty good rating for me. Next up is Seadra. And this is where it's at. This is how you get a seahorse. That's what I'm talking about. So around this time, I accidentally screwed up my camera. So now my laptop's the only thing it focuses on. And everything else is completely blurry and you can't see anything. And yes, I'm watching Impractical Jokers. Anyway, we have Goldeen, which, it's pretty strange. I don't like this as much. Yo, how does a fish weigh 33 pounds, though? Not all that good. Next up is Sea King. This, I'm also not too much of a fan of. A little better than, Goldeen. Also, how exactly does a fish, this fish is 4 feet tall and weighs 86 pounds. Just barely better. Now, it's Staryu. Yeah. It's a star. Don't know what else to say. Now we have Daniel and the cooler Daniel, which this is actually much better. Actually, why don't any of these guys have a face? It's kind of weird. And that star behind that star, is that a separate Pokemon? Are they having... It's fair. Now, the moment y'all been waiting for, Mr. Mime. This guy is hella creepy. What is up with this guy? What's up with his hands? We don't know. It's bad. Scyther. This is very cool. Not sure what this is supposed to be. I think it's like a Mantis or something. I really like this. Which also apparently works in IT department. Because apparently one of its abilities is Technician. You guys probably know something I don't. 85. Awesome. Jinx. No. Sure this is even supposed to be a Pokemon? Okay, now you're done with that. We have Electabuzz, which is very cool here. And as I said that, my thing completely blurred out, so you can't even see anything now. In the great category. Now you can't even see this now, but now we reach our halfway point. This is what we have so far. Okay, how do I change this? It's... Ugh. Okay, lower the brightness, you can see things just fine now. It's just a little saturated. Sorry about that. Except as Magmar, which is kind of creepy. Still kind of cool. We're moving kind of slow here. Okay, next up, Pinsir. This is all over the place. The main problem here is why its mouth is sideways. It could be worse. Next up is Taurus, which is this pretty cool 3-tailed bolt. Also, this and Pinsir, the previous Pokemon, apparently don't evolve. I don't even know what it did to make the brightness like this. Because now it's all dark and everything, and it looks like it's late in the evening, even though it's only 4:30 in the afternoon. Hey, it's pretty good. This is Magikarp. But first, some inspirational message. It is virtually worthless in terms of both power and speed. It is the most weak and pathetic Pokemon in the world. Damn, that was harsh! That did not improve my rating. Next up is Gyarados. Just this really cool Seahorse Pokemon. Sea Dragon, not Seahorse. I think it's cool, but apparently Pokemon thinks it's so bad that its own category is atrocious. Screw them, I think it's good. Now we have Lapras, which is, well, this pretty, I'm not going to say the word, Pokemon. I really like it. I remember once accidentally seeing this one really weird Rule 34 of it, but, no. It's good. Next up is Ditto. It's just a purple blob. Oh. Now we have a very well-known and loved Pokemon, Eevee. Now, we all know how Eevee is. This is really cute. It has many evolutions. I don't know much about Pokemon, but I do know that it has lots of evolutions, including the following 4, which you are about to see. Another just solid good rating for me. Here's the first evolution, Vaporeon, which is the water evolution. Sort of like a fish Eevee thing, which is pretty cool. I really like it. May not know this, but you can also get Slurp Juice from them. I don't think you'd like how you get it, though. I think it's great. Almost all the ratings I got this episode are either good or great, which is good and great. Yeah, I already hit the 10-minute mark, and I'm only at number 35. But anyway, we have the next evolution, Jolteon, which is the electric variant of it, which is very, very cool. I really like this. Gets yet another great rating for me. Next up is Flareon, the fire variant. Now, when I hear Flareon, I was expecting something a little cooler than this, which basically just looks like an upgraded regular Eevee, but it's still pretty cool. It's one tier lower for me, though. Next up, Porygon. Yeah. I'm just gonna give this a solid 50 because I don't know what to say. For 138, I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Which is, just a snail Pokemon. Or whatever, a mollusk, whatever you want to call it. Not too special, but it's alright. It's just okay. Next up is, well, the upgrade of this guy. The evolution of this guy. And to be honest, I'm a little scared. Actually don't like this one as much. Okay, we're getting close. Next up, Kabuto. Like some weird... It says it's a shellfish Pokemon. I think it looks more like a beetle. I'm not sure. Giving it another 50. I have Kabutops, which is completely different. Yeah, I'll put this on the positive side, but not too hot, because I'm not sure what... Not sure what to say. Put this in the alright tier. Yep, I reword these tiers a lot. Next up is Aerodactyl. It's supposed to be a cool dinosaur Pokemon, but to be honest, with a lower jaw like that, I think it's kind of unsettling. I'll give it another alright. Snorlax, another one of those well-known Pokemon, which is apparently so lazy, its category is sleeping. It also has this weird, its ability is thick fat. Wait, this part's unscripted. I actually don't even know what thick fat is. Wait, I'm gonna take a look at it. Apparently, it's sort of like a barrier because it's so fat. It's a lot of effort to be so fat that it's for your own benefit. Too good, but I'll still put it on the positive side. Okay, we're getting there. Articuno, I think it's called. This really cool looking bird Pokemon. We've been getting a lot of bird Pokemon here. This one is pretty good. Good. Again. Up, Zapdos. This is way too spiky and stick outy for my liking, but I still think it's pretty good. Really as good as Articuno, though. Okay, only 5 more to go. Moltres, I think that's how you pronounce it. This one has that weird fire hair that Rapidash has, but still think it's pretty good. Again, not as good as Articuno. I don't know why I like Articuno that much. On the same tier as Zapdos. Next up is Dratini, which, again, I'm confused on why this one's a dragon-type Pokemon. That doesn't look much like a dragon at all. I mean, dragons are supposed to have wings. This one doesn't even have limbs. But I'll still put it on the fair tier. Dragonair, which also doesn't have limbs, but it does look a little cooler. Still apparently a dragon type. Its only ability is to shed its skin. It's better, to say the least. Alright. Two more, we have Dragonite, which is also a dragon. Does have wings and limbs, but apparently it changed its color for some reason. This one actually looks pretty good. Pretty cute and stuff. I like it. Put it on a good tier again, which is now so big that it actually takes up 2 rows. So to finally end off the video, in Generation 1, well, except for Mew, we have Mewtwo. It looks pretty cool, but I don't think you guys will like me for saying this, but it's not that special. It's just like a completely naked Sphinx cat or something like that. I know there's some cool special thing that goes with it, but I forgot what. Which is pretty good. I'll put it in the decent tier. Now that the episode's finally done, I'll tally it up. Final thing is 1 in the excellent tier, 1 in the awesome tier, 8 in the great tier, 9 in the good tier, 5 in the decent tier, 4 in the alright tier, 1 in the okay tier, 4 in the fair tier, 3 are debatable, 2 are meh, 3 are in the mediocre tier, 1 is poor, 3 lousies, 3 bads, 1 very bad, 1 awful, and 1 terrible. Oh yeah, I also have this may cause diarrhea tier, but I'm not sure if it's gonna get any bad that we actually have to use it. Anyway, that's it. 15 minutes.